Merry maybe Christmas, everybody. This very much could be the last video of the year, and I wanted to end it with what should be a light video. Last time we took a look at the Cartoon City bumpers, and this time I wanted to look at some bumpers Nick did not too long beforehand. The Nickmas commercials aired back in 2002 and brought several shows together for a handful of commercials based around Christmas. Now, there's only about 10 minutes of them from what I could find, so unlike the last video, it's far more feasible that we can go through all of what I can find. Disclaimer, some of these I could only get in 240, but the rest are in a higher quality. So starting in order of the video we have a parody of the 12 Days of Christmas with various shows from the era singing new lyrics. Not much to say here, each day is a gag with a few exceptions. The commercials look great though. They're made in various styles, and this one and at least one other were made using stop motion because they were parodying the old Rankin Boss movies style. And they did a fantastic job. It's nothing super impressive, but it does look really good. Next up, we got what might be my favorite one, which I'd never seen before working on this video. A Chucky Finster Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Winter Solstice is a parody of A Charlie Brown Christmas, right up to parodying one of their sponsors at the very end.
The Chucky Finster Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Winter Solstice special has been brought to you by Dork Krabby Mint Patties.
When I bite into a Dork Krabby Mint patty, I get the sensation of swimming in money.
This one is animated in 2D and is quite charming. I don't think I'd surprise anyone if I said A Charlie Brown Christmas is my favorite Charlie Brown piece of media. It's a classic and something I watch with my family every year up until at least middle school. So seeing them try and recreate the feel of the special here is quite nice, even if they only had time for the opening and the explanation, which is quite funny on its own. I also love this bit with Spike and Angelica. Angelica really does nail the feel of Lucy. Following that up, we have How the You-Know-Who Stole the You-Know-What, a Grinch parody. This one's just fun. Everyone fits quite well, and I love how you can tell who Angelica's stealing from, even when they aren't on screen, specifically when she steals SpongeBob's chocolate patties and grill. I don't know why this makes me laugh, but it does. This commercial is also the only one that is done entirely in rhyme. I mention this only because this scene with Plankton is great. The joke about his eye and Angelica's alibi get me every time.
Out came the littlest Nicktoon of all, little Plankton Loo-Hoo, who had one eye, not two who.
What is going on here?
Grinchelica tried to think up a lie, something to use as a quick alibi.
Also, Angelica never gets a change of heart.
And she decided right then and there she really, truly didn't care. And all the tunes in Toonsville say, Grinchelica's tummy grew 300 sizes that day.
Up next, we have another stop-motion commercial about the events of the after party at the end of Rudolph. A bunch of characters get some jokes here, but I have to point out that they were so committed to the parody of the movies that their Santa is almost an identical replica of the Rankin Boss one. It's just slightly slimmer with different gloves. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rankin Boss team animated it. I doubt they did, considering at the time I believe Warner Media owned Rankin Boss after the company dissolved, which would have been a few years before this, if my research is correct. It didn't look too deep into their history. Anyway, they tell a quick few jokes parodying Rudolph, like how SpongeBob doesn't want to be an elf, instead
SpongeBob wants to be a fry cook.
SpongeBob wants to be a fry cook.
Who's SpongeBob? Tell me!
I love out of all the Nicktoon elves, Zim is still an Urkin that has infiltrated them. The season's greeting joke is also pretty good.
From all of us to all of you.
Happy!
Insert holiday choice here.
To you!
Next up, we have a holiday album from Plankton that's just a ruse to get the Krabby Patty secret formula. I do like the parody of the songs they do here. It just sells the joke. I mean, Deck the Halls is just something.
Deck the halls.
Deck them all with fist of fury.
Next, we have my least favorite with Cosmo and Wanda doing a rendition of the Nutcracker. It's not even animated in an interesting way, though Jordan popping in here does get a slight chuckle out of me. Finally, we have the last two of these commercials, to my knowledge. I only looked into the animated ones, and I don't know about any live action ones or ones done since this run, not to mention any that might be lost. These two are interesting for two reasons. The first being, this is one of the two commercials I actually remember seeing when originally airing, with the Rudolph parody being the other. The other reason is that this is the only commercial I'm aware of with two separate cuts, both open with Nigel Thornberry narrating. You see the Jimmy Neutron main cast build a Patrick Snowman. In the first cut, he goes on to annoy all the kids until they decide to send him 70 years into the future, where he returns to annoy them some more. Also, it ends like this.
When Grandpa Genius.
The end. Honestly now.
The other cut has Jimmy bring Patrick to life, and then everyone decides to kill the snowman. Though they play a sound clip of Jimmy yelling, "Run for your lives," odd choice for a sound clip to play. And that, to my knowledge, is all the Nickmas animated Christmas commercials. Once again, these are cool little pieces of animation, not as much as a Cartoon City, though I do still enjoy these even if there aren't too many. Likely because they only aired during the Christmas season and Nick didn't want to spend the money to do them year round. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. Also, if you want something else to watch, check out my other reviews. A playlist will pop up in a second. Finally, my friend Voidstorm started uploading it to his YouTube channel again after 2 years. If you have the time, why don't you go check him out? He makes fun content.
Hello, hello. Yes, I hear you. Rough day. Yeah, me too.